In this video, I'm going to show you how to reverse an array or a string, and we'll go through the code together. Let's say we want to reverse this array, and this array has A, B, C, D, E. The first step is to calculate something called a line, and the formula for the line is n integer divided by 2. So let me show you how this works. N is the number of elements. There are 5 letters, as you can see, so n is 5. Then what is 5 integer divided by 2? Well, what is 5 divided by 2? That's going to give you 2.5. Then you round down to the nearest integer, so 2.5 becomes 2. The second step is to draw our line. So we're going to draw our line starting from the beginning of the array up until, but not including 2. So from 0 to 1. Then we're going to put I at the beginning of this line, and we put j at the end of the array. The formula for j is equal to n minus 1 minus I. So again, n is 5, and 5 minus 1 is 4, so we end up with j is equal to 4 minus I. And this makes sense, because I is currently at index 0, so j is equal to 4 minus 0, which is 4. At this point, we're moving on to step number 3. Looking at I, we have A, and when we look at j, we have E. So we're going to swap A with E, like this. We move I to the right, and we move j to the left. So why did we just move j to the left? Well, let's look at this formula again. We have j is equal to 4 minus I, and I is 1. 4 minus 1 will give you 3. Then we will repeat this process. At I, we have B, and at j, we have D. So we swap B with D. And notice, because I is now at the end of the line, this indicates that our process is completed because we have successfully reversed the array. So originally, we have A, B, C, D, E, and now we have E, D, C, B, A. So the array is now reversed. So we just did an example with an odd length array. Now I'm going to show you how to reverse an even length array. And we're going to reverse the array with the word tree. The first step is to calculate our line. So line is equal to n integer divided by 2. Here n is 4 because there are 4 letters. So 4 divided by 2 gives you 2. And since it does not have a decimal, then we just keep it the same. So line is equal to 2. The second step is to draw our line, starting from the beginning of the array and up until, but not including, the number 2. So just from 0 to 1. We're at step number 3. So we put I at index 0 and j at the end of the array. So remember again, j is equal to n minus 1 minus I. And n is 4. 4 minus 1 gives you 3. So j is equal to 3 minus I. And since I is 0, then j will be at index 3. So this makes sense. We swap t with e. Then we move I to the right and j to the left and repeat the process. So again, we swap r with e. Since I is now at the end of the line, we know that our array is now reversed. Let's take a look at the code in Python. So here is our method, reverse data, and it's going to take in a list or an array, but you can also pass in a string if you like. And then here is n, and n is the number of elements inside the list. The next step is to calculate the line. So remember, this is the formula for the line, and then we're going to traverse from the beginning of the array until the line. So that's what this for loop is for. And then we also calculate j, and this is the formula for j. And then we're going to swap the content at I and j, and repeat this process until we reach the end of the line. So here we can test with list 1 and list 2, and then we reverse the data, and once we print it out, then these here are our results. Last but not least, I want to talk about the runtime and the space complexity of this algorithm. So the runtime is all of n because we're traversing through the array. And even though we only go from the beginning to half of the array, it is still considered all of n. And as for the space complexity, it is all of 1 because we're not creating any new space. And that's basically it for today. I hope you found this video helpful and I hope that you enjoyed my video. If you want to see more of my computer science videos, go ahead and click on the data structure playlist here on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe and share with your classmates to help them as well.